How you doing, Hannah?
Really good now. Arnie's just nearly fucking broke my toe with this chair thing. I've just swore.
That's okay. You're allowed. Don't worry. It's all good. What a week. How are you feeling, first of all?
Oh my God, what have I been like today?
Crazy.
I've been like, 1 minute I've been on the top of the world, the next minute I've been like crying. Yeah, it's been hard. It's been very, very hard. We got told this morning that the board had like fully pulled our fighter. And I don't know, like it was just like, I didn't believe it at first. I was like, no, we're going to get an opponent. Like, it'll be fine. This happens all the time. And then it got like closer and closer. So like did the weigh-in because the board had like said they'd reconsider it.
Yeah.
So we did the weigh-in. And then after the weigh-in, they were like, yeah, we've reconsidered it. And it's a no. And I was just like, no.
Oh, damn. Did they at least give a reason why?
No reason why. They don't need to.
They said like, she was a bit too old or something.
She's too old, but she fought Ellis Hopkins like the month before, and she was fine then, and she's the same age.
Wow, okay. But Team Rankin came to the rescue, so what an exhibition that's going to be.
Wow. Like, it couldn't have worked out any better for me. Like, I'm more excited about this exhibition than I was my debut.
100%. You're fighting former IBO Super Welterweight champion, a WBA Super Middleweight challenger.
I'm training with the best as well, so it's like, you know, obviously, it's just an honour really to share the ring, and it's going to be a good night.
But prior to this, how's sparring been? How's training been? How's camp been?
Very, very good. She's had some great sparring. She's trained very, very hard, and she's on form.
It's been perfect. We've had the best camp ever, which is why this was such an anticlimax. Because, like, me and Arnie were saying, like, the camp's actually been amazing. Like, no injuries, everything's gone perfect. All the sparring's been, like, on point. I don't know, just like, I couldn't have asked for a better camp. Like, so it really cured me off to think that was going to go to waste.
Any particular names you're allowed to say who you've been sparring? Any big names?
Yeah, no, I've not been sparring any big names as such, like just prospects themselves, like Jade Taylor, Rhiannon Dixon, a couple of MMA girls. Nobody of big names yet, but I'm sure they will be in the future, especially Rhiannon. So, you know, and she's a really good fighter. So she's probably like one of the hardest bars you get even out of like good names, I reckon.
Amazing. Coach, tell us, why is Hannah becoming so popular? Why is she the next big thing in the UK scene and the world scene?
Well, she'll fight. Her attitude is great. You know, people that follow her online and stuff, she can speak, like, you know, she'll stop. She's good looking. She has got it all, really. She can fight. That's the main thing.
Hannah, a lot of people, only because you say it how it is, and apparently your style of fighting is similar, they say you're the UK's answer to Ebony Bridges. What's your thought on that?
I hate that. That is not a good thing. I don't want to follow in someone's shadow. I mean, Ebony is a phenomenal woman, and I admire her, and she's one of my best friends, and I absolutely love her to bits. But you don't want to be living in someone else's fucking shadow, being compared to someone as fucking the UK blonde bomber. That's not a good thing. No, I'm not impressed.
But are you ready to take the welterweight division by storm?
Oh, massively. Absolutely. Oh, God, I can't.
It's okay. Don't worry. It's okay.
I've got a potty mouth. I'm so sorry. I'm usually way more composed than this, but like I am literally so emotional right now.
Listen, go watch our interview with Stevie Levy, and this is PG compared to her one. So oh yeah. Let's talk. You're good friends with her. She fought last week.
Yeah.
Tell us your analysis of her performance that night.
So I actually did the punditry for her fight.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I thought she did brilliant. Like, I was so pleased for her because obviously I'd spoke to her previous and watched the previous fight with the other girl, and obviously she got buzzed quite badly in that other one. Nothing like this one. And yeah, it was really nice to see her come back and win that comfortably. She did get buzzed again, but instead of coming forward again, she just took a step back, recomposed herself, and just stuck to the game plan. And obviously she's had a lot going on, and she's still pushed through, and she's got a coach who is in the middle of getting his license, so he couldn't even be in a corner, so she's had to deal with that. And like, I know what it's like when you sort of you don't have the right people in your corner. And even though she had a great cornerman, it's not the same as having your coach. So to also do it with that in as well, I think she obviously did phenomenal for what she had going on at the time. So yeah, I was really proud of her, and I was really pleased with her as well. She, she's a really nice, lovely girl, and I think she'll be really successful, and she deserves it.
And she already said, she wants to mix it eventually with the likes of Shannon Courtney, Beck Connolly.
Really? She's gonna drop?
She will be mixed. I
want to see her in there with Shannon Courtney. That would be
good. That'll be a great fight. That'll be a great fight.
Definitely.
Is there any news? I know it's fresh off today, but is there any news when your debut can happen?
Yeah, so we are looking. Am I allowed to tell them about? We're looking at going on the Scotland show in Donald Trump's back garden, 31st. We're looking at that one, but I've got something coming up possibly that's like even bigger than that. So we have to be careful, don't we? Like sort of accepting that. They know about it, so we're just going to take it by there. I will know this week whether what I've got going on will sort of not allow me to be there, and then if it's not, I'm sure we'll do something another time. And then if it is, then great, because I really would love to be on that show.
It'll be a brilliant opportunity for yourself. Let's talk about your division. You look at the top 10, top 20. There isn't really a UK fighter. That's where you come in. A hurricane has come in. So how long until you can mix it with those females in the top?
What am I like, Arnie? Right, we watch him and I'm like, I'll back her.
Let's stir the pot a bit. Who's the names that you will love to fight eventually?
Not telling you yet. I'll get the debut out of the way and then I'll start calling people out.
Okay. No, Miss Amanda Serrano eventually, right?
Oh, I mean, obviously she's got a target on her back because that's, she's champion. So anyone with the title has the target on the back, but just not yet. But there's just a couple that don't have titles, but I'm just like, I really want to get in there and fight them.
I've interviewed a lot of female fighters, and you're the only one that I read the article that you put out yesterday that Dennis Hobson did, and
it was such a good write-up. That I was so impressed with it.
I really liked it. You said you want the Lonsdale belt. I've never heard any female fighter. They usually like the Commonwealth belt because of the way it looks, and then they want the world title. What is it about the Lonsdale belt that you want?
We have to go on that horrible. What's that horrible machine that's curved when you run on it?
The curve runner?
Whatever it's called, the curve runner, right? Arnie's got his Lonsdale belt like right above it. So every time I'm on it, I'm just like staring at the belt. Like, I really want one.
Isn't it? Don't you think it's the best looking belt in boxing?
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. What? Is it not yours? Why? He flagged me. I was on it, and I was like, "Oh, is this yours?" And he was like, "Yeah," and I was like, fully believing it.
But it is a great belt, and it's an honor to win it.
It's like a twat.
It's an honor to win it. It will be an honor to win it, and
yeah, that's one of my main goals. That one.
Yeah, every British fighter, male or female, should aim to fight for the British belt because it's an honor.
Of course.
Best belt in the world.
Yeah, 100%. So, Hannah, I've asked your coach, why are you going to take the boxing by storm and the welterweight division by storm?
I genuinely think that, I'm with Arnie on this, and this isn't even like a big-headed point of view. I just think, like, obviously not right now. I'm not world level or whatever, you want to call it. But I genuinely believe with Arnie, we will get there. So I think when we get there, like, even without the makeup, I think it'll look the same. I get all these comments on YouTube where they're like, oh, if we give her a baby wipe, she'd be fucking ugly. And I just think, like, I look the same without makeup, just don't have big eyelashes. So I think, like, I've got the looks. I'm just confident. I don't mind being in a man's world. My job's like male orientated, so I feel like I just feel like I've got I can have the full package. Like, I do think that one day I'll have everything.
The thing is, those trolls ain't really boxing fans. If they're worried about what you look like without makeup, it's not really a boxing fan. You should worry about what you do in the ring. So at the end of the day,
and they're the ones that are going to be perving on me anyway, so I don't understand why they're arse. They're the ones that are looking at me on the internet and then complaining at what they see. Will piss off my fucking social media then.
There you go. So you will learn. You probably learn it already that boxing fans are the most. What's the word for it? The most.
Oh.
What's that?
They're judgmental.
Judgmental. That's it. The most judgmental fans in sport. You know, if you hear
they are.
If you hear what Conor Ben has to go through. You know, I interviewed Conor Ben, and you see in all his interviews, you know, he talks about it, the abuse he gets, and you just have to take it with a pinch of salt and just prove the doubters wrong.
Yeah. Well, the thing is as well, a lot of them YouTube me, and you only ever see my unlicensed. I mean, it's great for me because no one knows what they're getting when they step in the ring with me, but they see like my very early on unlicensed fights where I was dog shit, and they comment on it, and I just can't wait, you know. I cannot wait for them to see the fight that I am now and then be like, all right, yeah, maybe we was wrong. Obviously, they're never going to admit that, but I'll just be like this.
That's it. For the people that don't know your story, how did you get into boxing? What made you transcend into this beautiful sport?
We were literally talking about this before. I got like kicked out of school and stuff for like fighting. I wasn't a very well behaved. Well, I was.
Twice.
Oh yeah, twice. I was well behaved, but I was just very boisterous. And because I hung around with lads, like you end up being like that, and they love fighting and getting in trouble. So, my dad was just like, "You need to get into a sport." We didn't specifically think boxing, and then it just ended up like being in a boxing gym, and that's how it started.
Did you ever do anything else like kickboxing or anything like that?
No, do you know what? Like, as much as I love martial arts and stuff, I think, to be honest, boxing is, for me, what I find beautiful to watch. Like, I like the class of it, the art, the skill, and I think, like, kickboxing, wrestling, sort of like, you know, the cage fighting, I think it's all a bit too street fight for me, and that's not what I like doing. Although, like, I was a bit of a shithead when I was younger. That's not what I enjoy doing. I enjoy the skill and learning of it. Like, I like learning, and to me that, you know, don't get me wrong, kickboxing is great, but it's just not for me. And I'm too girly. I am still quite girly, so I wouldn't like to be kicked in the face. Definitely not.
Of course not. What's your thoughts on, obviously, possibly the best pound for pound female fighter? There's always that debate between her and Katie Taylor. But Clarissa Shields, she went to MMA. What's your thoughts on, you know, these fighters eventually, you know, turning over to the other sport?
I absolutely love Clarissa Shields. She's one of my favourites. You know, I do like Savannah Marshall. I know there's like a bit of beef and whatnot, but I have the utmost respect for Clarissa. I think she's a great advocate for women, no matter what anyone says about her. She's right in the things that she says. She might not always portray it in the best way or get involved with idiots on the internet who don't deserve the time of an argument. But I think she gets painted out to be the bad person too much. I think she's right in what she says about the women's pay. I listen to have you ever listened to the podcast between her and Joe Rogan?
Yes.
And like, it just changed my whole view on it. Like, what she stands in, what she believes in. She knows herself, her own body, her training, and she didn't settle for less. She changed her coach. Like, I found like our personalities and experiences quite similar. So yeah, I think she's really relatable.
Amazing. Would you say that's the biggest fight in women's boxing right now if that happens, Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall?
I wouldn't say it's the biggest fight. No, I think it's been dragged out far too long now. And I think I do like Savannah Marshall, and I also like Clarissa, but I do think that people are a little bit naive if they think that Savannah will just knock Clarissa out. Like, I don't understand where they're getting that from. And that loss that was on the record was a very long time ago, and people obviously change. So, you know, I wouldn't underestimate them the way that they do. So I wouldn't say it's the biggest one. I would say it's one that I'm personally interested in quite a bit. I would love to see happen, but it's got to the point now where I just think it never will. So I'm starting to like lose interest in that.
So obviously people have tuned into Fightzone. They've seen you be a pundit. Let me just say, in the future when you retire, you should consider it. You're a great pundit. You're great on TV as well. You're a bag of laughs. Obviously, you've got your knowledge of boxing as well. How good is Fightzone right now for the small hall shows and people out there who haven't got the opportunity, and for the ones that haven't fought for a long time during COVID and now are getting the opportunity, how good is that for boxing?
Oh, I say it every week, and people must get fucking bored shitless of me saying it, but it's second to none. You cannot buy this experience that you will get at low level like you've got. They're taking chances and giving people like me and so many other inexperienced fighters a stage on something that feels really, really special compared to what you would get if you were at this level and small hall shows was just still a thing where you go in and it's a working men's club and you're in and you're out as quick as that, and there's no build up to it, there's no production, it's your mates recording it off a phone if anything. For me, this is like really professional boxing, and this is a big stage. So that's another reason why I was absolutely devastated, because I thought this is the last one of these shows for a very long time now. So for me, this could be the last time that I ever get a chance to box on a show like this. So, for a long time anyway. So it's like, yeah, I just think it's really, really special. And people, if anyone's laughing about it being in a car park, people really need to reconsider, because when you come down and you see the setup, the effort and all the commitment that the people have been to make sure that this is, a really good standard week after week, you have no idea what goes on behind the scenes. And yeah, they just need a round of applause for what they've done and how they've pulled it off. It's amazing.
Coach, what's your opinion on it? It's great, obviously, compared to 10, 15 years ago. With the small hall shows, there wasn't even Facebook Live back then. So how good is this right now for the opportunity for people like Hannah and other prospects coming up?
This is brilliant, especially like Hannah said, the small hall promoters are doing a great job, like getting the people out and stuff. But it's nothing like this. This is a platform. This platform is great. If you come down here and see it yourself, it's like a little Vegas. And all they said outdoors and stuff is brilliant. It really is.
And it must be fun with Dave Allen around as well, right?
I've not seen him, mate. I don't know.
What's it like knowing that Dave Allen is going to be on Fightzone? He's a big name that was Matchroom, and now he's part of
Dave Allen's got me blocked on social media, so you ask him.
All right. I'm sorry about that. Sorry to ask.
I didn't know that, so I'll see Dave.
Dave, if you're watching, unblock Hannah, please. Come on.
No, I don't want. Fuck him. Fuck you, Dave. Don't block me.
Hannah, obviously you're managed by Boxing Management, our sponsors as well. What's it like being managed?
Oh, are they?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what? I actually knew that because you're all over the social media.
Yeah, no, great guys.
They're amazing, aren't they? Just the loveliest little bit of family I've ever. Honestly, Alfie is the most kind-hearted person I have ever met. He can't do enough for you, and nothing's too much trouble. He's always got time for you, no matter what time of the night it is. Last night, we were preparing, going through what I need to pack and stuff till 1 a.m. He was up, helping me sort things out over text. It was just. You don't get that. That's not a given when you get a manager. They're the little things that make such a difference.
Yeah, great guys. They give everyone the opportunity. They're giving us a great platform and a great opportunity. So amazing. But the question I want to ask you is, they've had some fighters who have gone on to fight on BT Sport, the likes of Casey Kadeni, Adan, Masood Abdullah. How much does that inspire you that they can give you that opportunity eventually, and when you prove yourself?
I mean, it's fabulous, but we're not really looking that far ahead yet, because as it stands, I just think we've got a really good thing going with Fightzone, and we're not really looking at that route. I don't think that that's a specific route that we're bothered about. I'm just bothered about me and Arnie being a good team, me and Alfie being a good team, us all working together. And for now, I'm just happy with Fightzone. We've got a lot of stuff coming up, and them guys, I feel believe in me, and they're willing to take a chance and even put money and invest in me as a person. So, we're just looking to sort of build with Fightzone, and then who knows? I think by the time we're like ready, if that makes sense, I really believe that Fightzone will be one of them platforms anyway, where because people are already dying to get on there now, and we're in it on the ground floor. So I think by the time it reaches that sort of stage, we'll be at that level anyway. So I think the more that the show progresses and Fightzone progress, I'm not sure we'd need to move on. So we'll just see how things go from both parties.
You're not going to get a better platform for $4.99 a month, are you?
No way. $125 a week. Oh my God, I'd probably spend more than that a day.
Yeah, 100%. People should definitely subscribe. It's a great show. Anyone that you said that will laugh at the fact that it's in a car park. I haven't been yet. I'm going to come down soon, but...
Well, tomorrow's the last show, so if you don't come down tomorrow, you won't be coming down again.
Oh, no, I'm planning... The next one will be after August. It's going to be someone in August or September. I can't remember, so...
In winter?
Yeah, I've looked at the Fightzone schedule. There's some in August, I think, but then the rest is in September.
I don't think it will be... I'm not sure it'll be here, though. I don't think it'll be in the car park.
Yeah, well, depends on the weather. Depends on the weather, that's it. Hannah, before I let you go, a message for your fans. What can they expect tomorrow for that exhibition and the future?
Well, don't let me forget to plug my sponsors, please. Right, so fans, what can you expect tomorrow? Just like a skillful bout. You'll get to see 2 Hannahs in the ring. And yeah, like I'm just hoping to sort of impress everybody with my movement, because they were the main comments that we got on YouTube was that I was stiff as an ironing board, which was true. And I didn't move my head. And me and Arnie have literally worked so hard on perfecting this. So tomorrow it'll be nice to just show them idiots online and myself, because I've been dying to put all this into like a ring, you know, outside of sparring, in front of a crowd, in a good atmosphere. It'll just be great to sort of show everybody that I am actually a skillful bouter and I'm not this like scruffy terrible boxer that people keep saying.
Brilliant. And a message for obviously the fans as well. What can they expect when you make your debut and your career going forward?
Okay, so debut, whoever they get now is going to be in trouble, because like I'm going to have like all this pent up rage ready to like unleash. So maybe a knockout you'll see on the debut, but whoever it is, they're going to be in trouble.
I'm heading to Ladbrokes now for that. I'm going to put a 5 on that.
Do it.
That's it. Arnie, Hannah, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak to you. Sponsors, go ahead.
Okay. 1 second. I've got that many. I just have to read off my skirt. Okay. Buzz Talent, Warren Boxing Management, my own clothing brand, H-Tab Boxing, Ringside Boxing, I Prep For You, which are my literal main sponsors who have carried me through every lockdown when there was no even sight of fights, and I've never ever asked for anything other than just a bit of appreciation. Arnies Gym, DVM Plastering, Fightzone of course, Vulture VPN, Glenn Ethins Coaching, and Champs Boxing, who have also been absolutely phenomenal, and I mean phenomenal. They have sent me so much boxing gear when I didn't have a fight lined up, just to help me, and they've never ever asked for anything in return. And when I always tag them in photos, like, you don't have to tag us in every photo, you know, like, you don't feel like you have to, and they're just phenomenal. Yeah, so there we go. That's all my sponsors.
Amazing. Big up those sponsors. We will tag them in the video and in the post everywhere, and everyone gets to see them as well. Obviously, check out their pages as well. Hannah, Arnie, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. It was nice to speak to you, and hopefully we could see each other in one of the shows.
And hopefully we'll see you again soon.
100%. Good luck with everything tomorrow. Look forward to tuning in.
Cheers.
See ya.
Take care. Bye-bye.